Greetings YouTube, this is Mordred here doing the first video in my Persona 3 Portable series that I'm running concurrently with my Monster Hunter series. This will be a semi-blind playthrough. I've played Persona 3 Portable on the PSP, but only the male version and only up to the first few months. I didn't really get any farther than that. This time I'm going through with the female, so you won't see too many reactions for the first few months. I've also seen videos of challenge runs of Persona 3 and Persona 3 Portable, so you won't get completely fresh reactions, even on later cutscenes. But anyway, let's go ahead and start. Yes, female character. I have no idea which difficulty I want to do. Given I'm not... Actually, no. Let's go hard. Yes. Honestly, I love Persona 3. I love all the Persona games, actually. I've actually played Persona 5 and Persona 5 Royal completely through multiple times. However, I have not played Persona 4 Golden, not played Persona 4 past the first 3 dungeons. Here I've beaten the first 3 story bosses and played through the first 3 levels or sections of the dungeon of the game, but I've not gotten far, and I've not gotten to truly high personas. However, I do genuinely believe Persona 3 and all Persona games are some of the best video games ever made. Honestly, I can't wait until I can get Persona 3 Reload, because I never got the chance to play the PS2 version or FES.
Due to a malfunction in the switching system, today's rail schedule has been greatly altered. We apologize to any customers who are in a hurry. The next stop is Iwatsurai.
I don't know exactly how you're hearing the volume, so if you can't hear me, or if the game is loud, I apologize. I'm running with a stand mic with surround sound speakers, so I don't know exactly how they're interacting with each other. During my recording software with OBS, I've got the normal sound, the game recording sound about half, and mic sound at 100%, so it should be alright, but I'm not 100% sure on that. And I love this opening where it first shows the Dark Hour. It's creepy as fuck. And honestly, I like the spears in this game much better than the swords. That's from the, like I said, I've played through to the first 3 months on the male route. I've played the female route, I think, to the first boss. It's been 5 years since I last played the original Persona 3 Portable, and that was on an emulator, so I didn't get the original experience. I was using cheat codes and shit, so I didn't get what you're supposed to get for this.
You're late. I've been waiting a long time. If you want to proceed, then please sign here. It's a contract. There's no need to be scared. It only binds you to accepting full responsibility for your actions.
and I have no idea what to name her. Idea. Let's see. I'm going to see Persona 3 female protagonist canon. There we go. Kotone Shiomi. Does that fit? It is spelled like that, right? Yep. And your last name, yes. I could just do a normal name, but I'm just going to go with the canonical name.
Very well. Time is something no one can escape. It delivers us all to the same end. Wishing won't make it go away, and so it begins.
I'm probably going to have to grab
Who's
something
there?
fresh to drink soon. I'm almost empty.
How can you be... But it's... Don't tell me. Wait!
I do not like Yukari. I've never gotten to do her social link, but I still don't like her.
I didn't think you'd arrive so late.
Hello, waifu.
My name is Mitsuru Kirijo. I'm one of the students who live in this dorm.
Who's she?
She's a transfer student. It was a last-minute decision to assign her here. She'll eventually be moved to a room in the normal dorm.
Actually, I tend to like all of the Empress Arcana. Mitsuru, I think Naoto, Makoto
Is
from
it okay
Persona
for her to be
5.
here?
I guess we'll see.
I romance all of the
This
romanceable
is Yukari
confidants in Persona 5 at least once. Makoto's and Kawakami were my
Tama. She'll be
favorites.
junior this spring, just like you.
Hi, I'm Yukari. Yeah.
Oh, honestly, I sometimes wish Sai was romanceable Persona 5.
Nice to meet you too.
It's getting late. You'll find your room on the 3rd floor. Your things should already be there. I suggest you tuck in for the night.
Oh, I'll show you the way. Follow me. This is it. Pretty easy to remember, huh? Since it's right at the end of the hall. So, any questions? What are you talking? Can I ask you something? On your way here from the station, was everything okay?
Nah, the blood and guts everywhere.
I see. Never mind then. Well, I better get going. I'm sure you still have other questions, but let's save them for later, okay? Good night.
You can honestly see it better in the original Persona 3's cutscene, where you have your main character actually walk through all the blood and stuff on the way to the dorm. You don't really get that here. Oh, wow. There we go. Wow, these graphics are much better. Holy shit, is the difference! Like, I can tell already just on the cutscenes and stuff, and the graphics were better, but damn, that's insane. What the hell? I'm gonna have to get it reinstalled PSP emulator just to show the difference in graphics, because that's a bit nuts. Damn. I mean, I'm running it on high graphics with max contrast, with full graphics and everything, but still, that's a massive
It's
difference.
Yukari. Are you awake? Good morning. Did you sleep okay? Mitsuru Senpai asked me to take you to school. Are you ready to go? Okay, then let's go.
Honestly, I'm also thinking of at some point doing doing a Dynasty Warriors 4 series.
We have to take the monorail to get there. Bet your last school wasn't like that, huh? This is my favorite part, when it feels like you're gliding over the sea. Our stop is Port Island Station at the end of the line. From there, we walk. Have you ever heard of Tatsumi Port Island? It's a man-made island. They built our school right in the middle.
Waiting for cutscene to talk.
Oh look, you can see it now.
There we go. No, not really.
Morning! Morning! Well, here we are. Welcome to Gekukan High. You're gonna love it here. You're okay from here, right? You should go see your homeroom teacher first.
But as I was saying, I'm thinking about the Dynasty Warriors 4 series, and even doing the Extreme Legends version. Because Dynasty Warriors 4 was my favorite Dynasty Warriors ever. I've played 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, along with the Empires versions of all of them. I've never played 9 or 9 Empires, and I really don't think I want to with what I've seen of the way they ruined the damn characters in Dynasty Warriors 9.
The faculty office is right there to the left.
But I've played a lot of video games.
The tour. Do you have any questions before I go? I think they're posted on the bulletin board, but I haven't checked yet either. Hey, about last night, don't tell anyone what you saw, okay?
Okay, that comes out so wrong on the male playthrough.
See you later.
I swear. Hello, first available romance option. If you do the clubs, she's the first, at least you focus on the club social links, she's the first available romance option for the male that you can actually find. That's just one of the normal students. Another normal student. I think that's one of the female social links here. I think female first club. Sports club at least. Another normal student. Another normal student. Ikoda, I think? It's been a while. Yeah, Ikoda. I know there are some items that you've got to get for stuff, but I have no idea, and I'm not gonna look it up because this is gonna be a blind playthrough. So if I can't find something, well, I guess I'm gonna miss it. I really just want to do this blind. Maybe if I do a new game plus for you guys, I'll do that, but. I know that's another social link, but I have no idea who at the top of my head. Nurse's office, library. Ooh, can I actually go in the library? Nope. I'm too interested in the faculty office. I forgot about that. Oh well.
Oh, are you the new student?
Hello.
11th grade, correct?
I cannot remember her name off the top of my head.
Wow, you've lived in a lot of different places. Let's see. I'm sorry. I've been so busy I didn't have time to read this beforehand. I'm Miss Toriumi.
That was
I
it,
teach
Toriumi.
composition. Welcome to our school. Such enthusiasm. We could use more go-getters like you. Have you seen the classroom assignments? You're in 2F.
Yep. I
That's
actually
right.
managed to find that small-ass note.
But first, we need to go to the auditorium. The welcoming ceremony will be starting soon. Follow me.
As you begin the new school year, I'd like each of you to remember the proverb, if a job's worth doing, it's worth doing well.
This principle is not the greatest, but I agree. That proverb, it makes so much sense. My 9 to 5 is just working as a bagger, and yet I do the bagging, I go out to get the carts, I clean the bathrooms, I sweep the entire store's floor, I mop the entire store's floor. I go in, I try to get in early if I can. I don't always manage it, but I try. I don't complain. I go in, I do my job, and do it well. So for those of you who watch, keep that in mind. He's right. If a job's worth doing, it's worth doing well. Well, it should be right, but still.
When applied to student life, this means... I got a transfer student.
And here's those failures of students who are whispering during an auditorium. And every one of you who did this knows exactly what I'm saying. You know it's you.
Yep, I've seen her too. She came to school with Yukari.
I hear talking. I believe it's someone in Ms. Toriumi's class.
Shh, be quiet. You're going to get me in trouble.
And that's another thing. Don't give your teachers too much trouble. If you're still in school, don't. You make their life harder. Don't. They already don't get paid enough to deal with the bullshit that is teaching.
Sup, dude? You look like a deer
Asian
in
thing.
headlights. Oh, come on. Let me introduce myself, at least. I'm Junpei Iori. Nice to meet you. I transferred here when I was in 8th grade. I know how tough it is being the new kid. So I thought I'd check up on you. Make sure you weren't freaking out on your first day.
He's honestly not a bad party member. In either game, from what I know. It's just, compared to some party members, that from what I know, it's later in the game, it's like, holy shit,
At it again, huh? Honestly, is there any girl you wouldn't hit on?
I know some guys like that.
Did you ever think you might be bothering someone?
What? But I was just being friendly.
If you say so. Anyway, some coincidence that we'd be in the same homeroom, huh? A friend? Oh, you mean me?
Honestly, female protagonist in Portable's way friendlier than the guy. Got way more energy too.
Yeah, I'm glad we ended up in the same class too.
Hello? Did you forget I'm in this class too? Come on, let me in on the fun. By the way, do you guys know each other? I heard you two came to school together this morning. A couple of cuties like you, walking side by side. The whole class was buzzing about you.
You know, there's two kind of guys that'll flirt like that. The sincere ones and the creepy ones. Junpei seems to somehow be both. In several situations. Like, he's a sincere guy, but he's also a really, really creepy guy somehow. I don't get it.
Could you just cut it out? I hate dealing with rumors like that. I mean, I'm used to it, but she just got here, you know? Don't you feel bad spreading rumors like that? Well, I've got to go take care of some archery team stuff. Don't try anything funny. You got that, Junpei?
What is she, your nanny? Well, just to clear something up, I seriously didn't come over here to hit on you or anything. If you ever have a problem, you can tell your old pal Junpei about it.
You know what? I'm gonna say this just to see his reaction.
Ouch! Yukatan's rubbing off on you already, huh? Well, I'll be seeing you around then.
So, from what little I know of Japanese culture, that ton there is either really, really offensive or really, really heavily flirting. It's I don't know which exactly, but damn. Really, Junpei? You know what? I'm gonna look up what the ton means anyway. Yeah, it's baby talk. Oof. Wow. Shit. I thought it was something like that, but oof. That's
Whoa, check out the jocks on the run. Hey, did anyone tell you about the school clubs yet? Girls can join too, so why not do it if you're interested? You'd be joining as a new member though, so you won't be able to apply for a little while.
Welcome back.
alright. Go ahead and make a save, yes. I don't want to have to go through that part of the prologue again. Okay, let's see. Who's actually here? Got Yukari. Yeah, there's really not much to do until you get the Tartarus. Honestly, I like the way they changed the menus based on if you're male or female. Ladies have a much cuter screen if you're playing a female protagonist. I mean, it makes sense because, you know, they had to have some way to separate it, but the way they did it was, honestly, I think the best way they could have done it. And
I'm going out for a bit.
yeah, okay, cool.
Have you seen the newspapers lately?
I know. People who had no problems before are suddenly developing acute cases of apathy syndrome.
There
They
any
say
way?
it's due to
Oh,
stress.
no,
but
that wasn't.
Yeah, right. It has to be them. Otherwise, it's not worth my time.
You have a one-track mind. Will you be okay on your own?
Don't worry. I'm just getting a little practice.
This isn't a game, Akihiko.
And here's where they introduce a rather interesting mechanic and thing about Japanese people. In Japan, being attractive and actually studying properly is a sign of being a good person, because of the way Japanese values differ to American values.
Oh, she's back.
So,
And
this is
hello,
yes.
evil bastard. Wait, spoiler alert, I guess.
Good evening. My name is Shuji Ikutsuki. I'm the chairman of the board for your school.
And the only reason I know he's an evil bastard is because, well, fanfiction. You probably noticed when I was looking up the canonical name for the female character. I read
Ikutsuki.
fanfiction. I
Hard
read
to
a
say,
lot of
isn't
it. Ikutsuki, it is not hard to say. You evil
That's why I
bastard.
don't like introducing myself. Even I get tongue-tied sometimes. I apologize about the confusion regarding your accommodations. However, it may take a while longer before you receive the proper room assignment. Is there anything you'd like to ask?
Nope.
Then, I hope you have a successful school year. Now, if you'll excuse me, you must be tired from all the excitement. You should go to bed early. As they say, the early bird catches the bookworm. Please forgive the bad pun.
No. You ruin puns.
You'll get used to his lame jokes.
I actually enjoy good puns. Bad puns.
Working hard. So, how's she doing?
She went to bed a little while ago. She's asleep now. Mr. Chairman, do you think she's...
Well, let's wait and see for now. The dark hour is approaching.
This sucks.
KG Radio presents the Bay Tuners. Tune in again next week for more of the hits.
This program is brought to you by Kiricho Electronics. Kiricho Electronics, always there when you need them. The time is now midnight.
I like the way they changed the dark hour screen too. And the guy is blue, the lady is pink. I really enjoy the way they separated that.
Huh? What the... What's happening to me?
Yeah, you don't get a lot of the lore behind Shadows and Persona in the third game.
She's still sleeping. The dark hour occurs every day at 12 midnight. You could say it's the hidden hour. During this time, an ordinary person transmogrifies into a coffin and is oblivious to all that occurs. During this time, an ordinary
No, that's
person...
not how... Huh. I know there was a way to open the book, that book thing on the PSP version.
Then she
if I
must
remember
be...
right, at least.
As you can see, she's retained her human form. She's asleep, but she's definitely experiencing the dark hour. The only question that remains is whether or not she has the potential. Although she must. If she didn't, they would have preyed on her by now.
Scary.
In any case, we should continue to monitor her for a few more days.
You're not going to get that chance.
Yes, sir.
I feel kind of bad, though, spying on her like this.
No way, it's not quite the full moon yet. And I like how the Velvet Room changes for all of the games. Here, where you're climbing up a
Welcome
near
to the
endlessly tall
Velvet
tower,
Room.
you've got an elevator. In Persona 4, where you're instead going through different dungeons in different areas of one larger part of the human cognition, where you're searching for truth, you're in a limo. In Persona 5, where your character is searching for his freedom from chains and redemption and catching and a punishment of essentially I can't even remember the way they described it, but anyway, every form the Velvet Room takes in all of the Persona games makes sense in the game that form is taking place in.
My name is Igor. I am delighted to make your acquaintance. This place exists between dream and reality, mind and matter. Only those who have signed the contract can enter this place. Henceforth, you shall be welcome here in the Velvet Room.
Sorry, family members talking in the background.
You are destined to hone your unique ability, and you will require my help to do so.
And if you didn't know, the person who voiced Igor in Persona 3 and Persona 4 died before the release of Persona 5. So they ended up getting a different person. They had to voice Igor in Persona 5. It's actually why they did the trick they pull in Persona 5 with Igor being impersonated the way they do, to really drive home that the original Igor is the guy who played the original or voiced the original Igor is gone and not coming back. But Igor himself is still here.
I only ask one thing in return. That you abide by the contract and assume responsibility for the choices you make. Hold on to this.
Honestly, if you pay attention, you'll notice in the portable version, his model, his hand is actually being held right over the handkerchief in his suit.
There is still one more resident of this room who unfortunately could not be present for your arrival. But I'll make sure you two are properly introduced. Another time, perhaps. Till we meet again.
Shit. Tired. Okay, so it'll be. Okay, yeah, it'll be today that I'll get the awakening. I think I was right. That was Ecoda. Yep.
Have you come here before? A lot of Gekkoukan students come here after school. There's a karaoke box and a CD shop. Oh, and a really great cafe, too. There's also a nightclub, but that's kinda not for us yet.
Which one thing I will mention is that
Welcome back.
most people, when they build a persona, they build it for power. I am a little different. I try to make it as powerful as I can, but also try to make it powerful within a theme. Like Persona 5's Arsene. I have made plenty of different versions of Arsene, but my favorite was actually a mixed version who didn't focus on anything but things that would make sense for a starter Arsene's progression. Like if you leveled him up to the way your party members' persona leveled up, what he would end up with, like that. The strongest variation of the Dream Needle, the strongest single and multi-target curse skills, the curse amp, and a few passives that fit, like the evade or resist for his weaknesses, and that's about it. Not having stuff like firm stance or almighty attacks and stuff like that that wouldn't fit for Arsene. We're gonna get through to the rest of this prologue, and then I'll be ending the video. I mentioned earlier that Dynasty Warriors 4 was my favorite Dynasty Warriors game. Part of that is just because of the difference in the normal enemies. If you've played any of the newer Dynasty Warriors games, you know that even at the very start of the game, when you first start, you haven't leveled any characters or anything like that, you can just one-shot all the trash enemies of the game. Dynasty Warriors 4, that was not the case. They actually had meaningful health bars and all of it for everything. Enemies actually had to be hit multiple times. You actually had to fight every enemy in the game. And as such, you always had to actually put some work into the game in order to really get powerful. Once you reached level 10 weapons and had all items at max level and all of the mounts at maxed out and all the orbs, you were pretty much a damn god. But you had to actually work to get there.
The same as last night.
Very interesting. Even those who have the potential tend to be unstable at first. Memory loss, disorientation. But this subject is rather unique. She hasn't exhibited any of the common symptoms.
But we're treating her like a guinea pig.
I understand your concern, but it's imperative that we recruit new members. I heard she's in your class. Wouldn't you be more comfortable working with someone from the same grade?
And I need to go make me something fresh to drink, so I'll be right back. Alright, let's finish up this up.
A female classmate at that.
He doesn't mention that female classmate on a male playthrough, which should be obvious, but...
Yeah, I guess. But still.
Command room. Is that you, Akihiko?
You're not gonna believe this. This thing is huge. Unfortunately, I don't have time to talk. It's chasing me. I wanted to let you guys know. I'm almost there.
Does that mean he's bringing that thing here?
Mr. Chairman, let's suspend our observation for now. We'll prepare for battle.
Right. Be careful.
Which, we haven't been introduced to the character that my character is going to romance in this series yet.
I'm alright. Get ready to be surprised. It'll be here any second.
This is no time to joke around.
It's one of them, Akihiko?
Yes, but not an ordinary one.
What the? You gotta be kidding me!
Mr. Chairman, please head for the command room. Takeba, go upstairs and wake her up. Then escape out the back.
But what about you two?
We'll stop it here. You led it to us, Akihiko, so I'm afraid you'll have to fight.
Like I had a choice. What are you waiting for, Yukari? Go!
I'm going! Wake up! Sorry, I'm coming in! I don't have time to explain. We have to get out of here now! Hurry, downstairs! We'll leave through the back door. Wait, take this, just in case. Okay, let's go. Follow me.
Honestly, one of the few things that I think about this game that doesn't make sense is when you're woken up like this, you're wearing your school uniform, asleep.
Yes, I hear you.
Be careful. There's more than one enemy. The one we're fighting isn't the one Akihiko saw.
What? Let's pull back. It's getting closer. Keep moving, hurry! The door's locked. I think we're safe for now. Huh?
And there it is. The weakest of the Moon Shadows. The one that we don't actually get to fight.
You gotta be kidding me! It climbed up the wall?
If you notice its mask, pretty sure that's a Magician Arcana.
There. They're on the roof.
That gigantic shadow. Just what is it we're dealing with?
Let's go, Mitsuru.
Wait.
That's the thing that attacked this. Oh yeah, I have to fight. I can summon mine. No problem.
No, you can't, Yukari.
Here goes.
I mean, I really can't blame her for not doing it, but I mean, still. You're not getting the full cutscene for this either. There's supposed to be an actual full cutscene, and with that ghost boy that I'm not gonna talk more about. But you're not getting the full experience here.
And I am thou.
And there comes death. Hello. My favorite persona in the entire series. I've never actually gotten to use him though.
What on earth was that?
See, it doesn't actually mention what the name of that stronger persona is, because you don't actually get it until you complete a social link. Then you can, if you have all of the Death Arcana outside of that one, you can fuse it. If I remember right, there might be others, and other persona that you need to make it, but
No! Get away from me!
funnily enough, there's a big difference between, well, not really, it's not even really funny, it just makes sense. Like, using Bash to a normal attack. Like, I'm going to show you here. I'm going to use Bash on one. That's 57 damage. And it one-shots him. If I use my normal attack, that's only 20. Like I said, big difference. However, Persona stats also help with your physical attack. The Persona strength stat increases that on top of your weapon damage. I mean, it's normally not a massive difference, depending on the game, but at the same time, it's not a small difference either.
Are you okay? Come on, please. Can you hear me? Answer me.
For instance, if you are playing Persona 5 Royal and you summon one of the real high level DLC personas from Persona 5, you are strong enough that you can auto battle through the first dungeon except for the boss, and even most probably the second dungeon, or at least most of it, all the way up to the third dungeon. You'll still have to actually control yourself during the bosses and such, but you'll be strong enough that your main character can, using just normal attacks, one-shot the vast majority of enemies in those two parts of the game.
It's so nice to see you again. You became unconscious after awakening to your power. I see that it was Orpheus that heeded your calling.
In fact, you can actually do something similar in Persona 3 in the New Game Plus. If you have maxed out Personas, you like if you have an Orpheus that you've used in an Orpheus only run, and you built it just to be just a normal Orpheus, you know, in-game single target, in-game multi-target bash-based attacks, in-game fire, single target, in-game fire, multi-target, Matarunda, maybe Mataru Kaja as well, and along with likely a healing spell.
That power is called a persona.
And then
it is a manifestation of your psyche.
And then you used it to... You used it all the way through the game. You beat it. With just Orpheus, you use the arcade corner to games to boost the stats of the Persona all the way up to max. And you also had, be giving us a New Game Plus, a higher level weapon, perhaps even the ultimate weapon of whichever of your character. You can one-shot a lot of crap.
A persona is a facet of your personality that surfaces as you react to external stimuli.
So like you see, you get some of the lore behind the personas, but you don't get a lot of it. Like the persona is half of yourself. You've got your inner shadow and your inner persona. You don't get all of that until 4, where they release some more of the
Think
lore.
of it as a mask that protects you as you brave many hardships. When you use your persona ability, you must channel your inner strength. The ability evolves as you develop your social links, your emotional ties with others.
And one of the things they don't really tell you, and you have to see as you play the game, as you develop the social links, it's not just yourself that is affected by them. It's also the actual social link person. So like let's take Persona 5 as an example. When you go through the social link with your party members, not only you get stronger, you get stronger in a literal way and an emotional way, as when you use the Velvet Room to fuse the persona of relating to the arcana of that social link, you get an XP dump to that persona. And you also get more XP when you sacrifice something to that persona. But the person you have that social link with also gains more emotional strength, and you you help them through a problem that they've had. Take Torinosuke Yoshida, I think it was what his name was, as an example. No Good Tora. You help him regain his confidence in himself as a person and as a politician, and in return he helps you gain negotiation skills that allow you to have an easier time getting persona and negotiating with them for gold money and other things.
The stronger your social links, the more powerful your persona ability.
And also, as Igor just said, the more powerful your persona of that arcana. I think he was Sun. If you use 2 persona or more, it becomes a Sun Arcana persona, and it gains a massive chunk of XP.
Please, remember that. Now then, time marches on in your world. I shouldn't keep you here any longer. Next time we meet, you will come here of your own accord.
As such, probably the best term, if you really want to look at it this way, for the social links and how they translate to persona strength is power of friendship, My Little Pony style.
Until then, farewell.
Whew. I've done a lot of talking this video.
You're awake. How do you feel? Thank goodness you finally came to. I was so worried about you. The doctor couldn't find anything wrong with you. He said you were just exhausted.
Considering I summoned a level 60-something persona and had it go berserk, and it forced its way out of my level 2 persona, my character being level 2, without myself having been through the game before. Yeah, I wouldn't blame me for being exhausted.
I'm sorry I couldn't do anything. But your power, It was amazing. You mean the shadows? They're what we're fighting against. And the power you used, we call it persona. We'll explain everything later. I'm sorry I didn't tell you before. I wanted to tell you that I'm sort of like you. My dad died in an accident when I was little.
Honestly, I'm thinking I'm going to do this series, and my Monster Hunter World series concurrently. Finish those two. Then I'll start a series with Persona 4 Golden, along with likely Persona 5 Royal. Finish those two. By then I'll likely have managed to get Persona 3 Reload. And when I do the Persona 3 Reload series, I'm going to do that at the same time as Dynasty Warriors 4 Extreme Legends, where I emulate Legends as the X-Pack to normal Dynasty Warriors 4.
My mom and I aren't exactly on good terms. You're all alone too, right? To be honest, I already know about your past. But it didn't seem fair, so I wanted you to know about mine. It was back in '99. There was a big explosion in the area. Supposedly, my dad died in the blast. But nobody really knows what happened. He was working in a lab run by the Kirijo group. So, I'm hoping that if I stick around long enough, I'll find out something. That's why I'm going to Gekkoukan High, and why I was there when this happened to you. Of course, I panicked and wasn't much help. It was my first time fighting them too. I'm sorry. You wouldn't have to go through all this if I wasn't such a coward. Really? But still, here I am telling you all this the minute you wake up. While I was waiting, I thought to myself, I've been hiding so many things from her. As soon as she wakes up, I'll tell her the truth. So, thanks for listening. I've been wanting to share that story with someone for a long time. All right, I'm gonna get going. I'll let the others know you woke up.
Which I think this game has the
you
most
don't have to be formal around me
interesting summoning method. In 4, you face your inner self, literally. You face your shadow, you accept it, you turn it into, and it becomes your persona. In 5, you awaken to your inner rebellion. Here, however, you instead bring yourself face to face with death and the fear of it every time, because because of the differences between the realms that the summoning takes place in. In Persona 4, it's taking place in a realm directly connected to the Sea of Consciousness, and so when you're there, your own shadow can take form to allow you to face the things of yourself that you don't like, that you hide from yourself. In Persona 5, you're in the metaverse. The metaverse has different rules to it and is based around a god of control. And so anytime you break that control by facing your inner rebellion, it allows you to summon your persona, your inner self. Here, however, because the Dark Hour is a realm of a goddess of night and a god of death, you have to actually bring yourself to face that in order
to. Your girls gotta stick up for each other after all.
In order to actually summon your persona, and it makes sense. It's a very nice, interesting touch.
Bye.
And it's also how they show at the end of the game that the fear of death is not a wrong or bad thing, and instead it's the exact opposite. It's the acceptance of death as shown by Strega that is the wrong thing. I did mention I've actually seen playthroughs, so I know more than just what it does. I've personally played through. Showmon period. I have... I don't know. Let's just go with Mud Huts. Oh, right. See how it goes? You said the right answer. Your popularity is increased. That's the thing with Japanese. They like smart people. Does it send me right up to the... There we go. I can make a save. So I'm going to stop this video here at almost an hour. Huh. And I'll start the editing, and you'll probably see this up about 6 in the afternoon today.